When we call your case, you can come down to the podium, at which time the city will have an opportunity to present their side of the case and present the violations or the alleged violations related to the property. You will then have an opportunity yourself to cross-examine or ask any questions that you have of any witness that the city has. And then from there, it'll be your opportunity to move forward and present your side of the case as to why you believe you are not in violation.
Thank you. Go ahead, please.
Mr. Zott was cited for off-site signage. He owned a piece of property on a very busy road, Debary Avenue, and Mr. Zott advertises for his business in Orlando on that property on a truck sign. As you can see from the pictures, it's quite a good-sized sign, and it's on both sides of that truck, I believe. And he was given the notice of violation and notice of hearing at the same time, because this case had originally started with Steve, and I believe Steve started back in, if I'm not correct, it's in May. So I did the notice of violation, notice of hearing at the same time when we got the second complaint, and he signed for it, but he did receive it on the 20th. We're asking 48 hours to remove the sign, or a fine of $250 a day plus the $250 admin fee. Inside the packet, you will also see a letter that he had posted when he had the property listed on Zillow, that if whoever rented or bought the house, he would give them $500 a month to allow the truck to remain on the premises. When I spoke to Mr. Zott on the telephone, one of the times that I spoke to him, he informed me that he got a lot of business from that signage and he didn't want to remove it. And he wasn't willing to, and he asked me what I cited him for, and I read off the two codes, and they're included in the back of the package here. And I told him the two that I cited him for, and he said, well, he said, I think I can get you on the first one, but not the second one. And here we are today.
Hello.
Okay.
Okay, so explain to me, so I'm violating section 5, right?
Yes, because you're by traffic. No.
Okay, let's start with section 5-34-9. I mean, I'm a dentist, not an attorney, so help me out with this.
That's prohibited signs, correct.
Okay, so signs that are attached or painted on vehicles. So tell me what part of part 9 I'm violating.
Your sign is attached onto the vehicle, and it's not used as a business at that location.
It doesn't. That's part 9 doesn't say anything about that location.
Okay, keep going down.
It doesn't. No, let's deal with one thing at a time.
Okay, it's attached to a vehicle.
Okay, it's attached to a vehicle. Okay, so it's attached to a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so signs attached to or painted on vehicles which are not regularly used as part of the advertised business, and it has to be both of those, right?
Wait, keep going.
And are obviously parked or located in such a way as to
advertise.
Perfect. I have a permitted driveway there. I'm parked in a driveway. I just drove around. I have probably 30 pictures, which actually I can show you a picture over here when you in your parking lot. What's that truck over there with the big sign on it? Can I show it to you?
Sure.
People that are doing it.
I'm sorry?
If your defense is there's 30 other people that are doing it,
Okay.
you will fail.
Understood.
You're wasting your time.
I understand. Totally
A
understand.
complaint can be made on all 30 people, because I'll give you an example.
I understand. We can skip that.
What typically happens is somebody comes in about a boat that's parked in the front yard.
100% understand.
And then for the next 6 months, I have 25 boat cases because everybody's pointing out.
I just learned that you're not selectively harassing me. That you're basically it's by complaints, right? Okay,
Right.
so I can just basically turn in all those pictures and
Yes.
find it. I know, I understand. Okay, so all right, so we'll move on. So basically, what you're telling me is that I cannot park in my driveway. That's what you're telling me. It's in the driveway. The driveway is diagonally. If you look at the pictures, the driveway is diagonally. Which, if you park a commercial vehicle in the driveway, I mean, I cannot have an air conditioning guy park in my driveway and fix my AC. I cannot have a plumber come. I cannot have the septic tank company park in my driveway because they're going to have to come sit here in court.
Would they be here? Would they be at the property more than 3 days?
Does it say 3 days somewhere?
Yes, it does.
Where does it say that?
In the code, and if you
What
keep-
section?
if you keep
What's-
reading, same code. But this is what I wanted to.
Well, what
tell
section?
you.
Because I'm not violating, I wasn't notified of this, of the 3 days.
Off-site signs which advertise businesses, establishments, activities, goods, products, facilities or services or other messages not made, produced or sold or present on the premises or
Okay.
site where the sign is installed or maintained.
But you just said something about they can't park for 3 days.
Okay, wait. You're correct. It's not, the 3 days is not on that code. But what I'm trying to tell you is, when you have a vehicle in your driveway with signage on it, if we get a complaint, we go out there, and if it's there for more than 3 days, then we cite it underneath another code. But
What
this
code
was
is that?
cited, I'd have to look in the code book, but what I'm
Okay.
trying to explain to you is, you were cited because you don't live at that residence, the business is not at that residence.
Okay, because it's
and now you
because
sold that residence.
because you're saying it's a sign that's erected.
Correct.
Okay, understood. Okay, so the first one, you're basically, I still don't know how I lost the first one. I'm not allowed to park in my driveway. Can you just, I mean, I'm missing
If-
something
If
there.
it was your house and that's where you lived, and that was a truck that you use daily, but that's not the case here.
So a
If you
vehicular,
owners came into our office and explained to us that vehicle doesn't even run.
a vehicular
That's what
sign.
they said.
I mean, well, I don't care what everybody says. I mean,
Right.
prove it. Okay, so it's not. I mean, that's hearsay.
But
They're not
like I
here.
said, they're new owners, they
Yeah.
came in to apply for permits, and we informed them that it had
That's
to
hearsay.
change
That's like Judge
property
Judy would say. I don't want to hear what somebody else is thinking.
Right.
So right? I mean,
But
so it really doesn't matter.
unfortunately, it's signage.
It's so you're
goes
saying
back
it's an
to the
erected
signage.
sign. Okay, all right. So it's an erected sign. That's why. And then
Advertising
off-site
a
signs.
business
Okay.
that's not at that location.
Okay. All right. Understood. What's the definition of a vehicular sign? I looked it up online. It's attached to or painted onto a motor vehicle. I mean, am I wrong by saying that?
No, I agree.
Okay, so if I look at section 5-33 in exempt signs, the following signs are exempt from the permitting process with certain conditions. Number 7 says
I
vehicular
don't have a
signs.
33 in our city codes. I don't have a 33.
What is
It
this?
goes up to 24.
What is this? Vehicular signs are
I don't
exempt.
know. I don't know what you're looking at.
I mean, where's the, I mean, I'd have to pull it up on the website. I don't have my computer. Can I show you this here, what I pulled up?
Sure, but that's not what we cited you for.
Right,
You
but
were
it's,
cited for the two things that we cited you for,
But-
because there's no business operating out of that address.
understood, but at the same time, it's a vehicular sign, which according to this, vehicular signs are exempt. I didn't erect any sign on the property. There's no signs erected on that property. And it says here, the following signs are exempt from the permitting process with certain conditions. Well, the certain conditions are basically, you can have a real estate sign, but it can't be more than 2 square feet. You can have
Correct.
whatever it is, but it can't be more. This says vehicular signs, and there is no condition. So basically what you're telling me is that, because you still didn't show me where it says that they can't park for more than 3 days. I can't have an air conditioner guy come. I mean, I guess you're right. You're going to have a whole bunch of. I took a picture of the guy across the street over here that you guys are staring at all the time with that sign there. So basically, he's not allowed over there. I mean, I don't see where there's no code that says you can't have a commercial vehicle on your property. Not to mention, I didn't erect any sign. It's a vehicular sign, which is exempt. It says it right here. What's the definition of vehicle? Attached to or painted on. That means you're basically, if I have a car in my driveway with the word Jeep on it, they can't be parked in the driveway because it says Jeep. I got a Dodge Ram truck. It says Ram 3500. That's advertisement. It's attached to a vehicle. You're telling me I can't park my truck there because it says Dodge Ram.
No, what's said is that if there is a sign that is attached to
Jeep.
or painted on vehicles, which are advertising businesses,
Jeep.
Jeep.
That's a sign. So I can go down a driveway here. I see Chevys and Jeeps all down the block here. That's a sign attached to a vehicle.
You're right.
I'm going to have fun with this.
You're right.
You guys are going to make money. You guys are going to make a fortune. Can I get a cut?
Anything else you want to present?
I'm good.
Okay,
Thank you.
absolutely.
And
Then
the-
case CE 4057, I find the property to be in non-compliance. The property owner will have 48 hours to bring the property into compliance. Otherwise, will face a fine of $250 a day plus the $250 admin fee. Thanks, sir.
Okay, is there an appeals process with attorneys with this or no?
Circuit court.
What's that? Circuit court. Okay.
When I draft my order, they
Okay.
can appeal to circuit court.
But I mean, I guess I still don't understand. You didn't explain why, because it says that vehicular signs are exempt. Like,
Yes, sir. The code section that you were cited on is the one that we talked about, and it's section 9. Section 9 is your violation.
I was told section 5-34. Like, that's what it's.
And I'm holding 5-34 right now. Section 9 is the section that you heard them say.
So vehicular signs that are exempt means nothing. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks.